Hi, this is Dan from Magic Pachinko Restorations with another short video on a vintage pachinko machine. If you enjoy watching these videos, I would certainly ask you to click on the subscribe button down below. I'm closing in on 2 million. I'm taking it 100 viewers at a time, but my goal is 2 million. Might make it before I die, I'm not sure. But at any rate, if you have never been to magicpachinkorestorations.com, please do so. Lots of good information there. Today we've got kind of a special machine. This is a customer's restoration, so it's not for sale. I'm just going to tip the camera down just a little bit here so you can see it a little bit better. This is a 1974 Nishijin Model B, but it's a very special machine. This is one of a handful of machines that Nishijin made in the mid-70s that are considered special electrics. And when you see the back side of this, you'll see what I mean about special electrics. It is a Model B, but it's been there's some stuff added to it. There are, to the best of my knowledge, about 6 different machines that fall into the special electrics category. The Power Flash, which there are 2 versions, the Chinaman and the Thunderbird. There is the UFO. This one here is called the Circuit or Circuit Racer. Power Roulette. And those 4 I have in my collection, with the Power Roulette being my favorite one. And then there's another one called the Train, and the 6th one is called Piranha. There may be more, but those are the main 6 or 7 if you count Power Flash twice. Always looking for those machines, so if anybody out there has one of those and wants to sell it, please contact me. A machine like that is worth more money than just a normal run-of-the-mill pachinko machine that doesn't bode well to try to sell long distance because of the shipping charges. So again, this has been a complete restoration. Everything on the machine gets taken off. New artwork was put on. The original artwork was quite faded. The new artwork brings the colors back. The tulips are everything gets cleaned, the nails get polished, the wood, so on and so forth. So it's a really pretty machine. When we get it turned around, you're going to notice a couple of things that look a little bit different from your normal Model B. The basic layout is the same. You'll notice this metal cage here. This metal cage houses a circuit board, and that's what makes this that special electric. Also notice down here there's a 24-volt power transformer. Normally these run on either 9, 10, or 12 volts depending on how you wire them up. I usually just wire them with a 12-volt wall mount, but this needs 24 volts to power the special circuitry. So you run 24 volts internally to here, and then you split the 24 and run 12 up to the lights. So this is the normal lights on the pachinko. There's 2 light bulbs, one for ball out and one for the jackpot. But you'll see down here there are 2 tabs that you have to loosen and swing back, and then there's another hold down over here that gets loosened like this. So now this is what really makes this machine different, is that the guts are mounted on a separate board, and then internally you've got what makes this the special electrics. So this is a proprietary circuit board that controls things. This has a solenoid and 3 different sets of switches in here. So when I show you the way that this all works, you'll see how it actually runs. But this is normally the guts would have been mounted right directly to this board, but with the special electrics they put the extra board in to allow for all of this. Okay. So again, when I turn it around and start dropping balls in it, you'll see what makes this pretty cool. So let me get this hooked back up. So this one loads up the same way as a regular Model B. So power cord, I'm going to plug it in. And this light is out now on. That signifies the fact that there's not any balls in the machine. So you're going to load this up the same way that you do any other machine. The first thing you want to do is make sure that your ball dump latch is secure. So it's this arm that latches into this tab right here. So if I push down on this, they'll disengage. Okay? So you want to make sure this is over this way and they're latched. What that does is it keeps the balls, once they come into the turnaround, if it's latched, they go across and into the jackpot chamber. If it's like this, then these swing out of the way and let all the balls go down the exit chute. It's the way that you would empty your machine. So normally when you're playing, you just want to make sure that this is latched over there like that. Okay? All right, so now that we know that's latched, we'll load it up with balls. You want to have probably anywhere from 300 to 500 pachinko balls for any given pachinko machine. And you're going to need something similar to this that will fit like that. The losing balls exit this chute and the winning balls exit this chute. So you need something that's this wide and this deep just to catch the balls. It can be anything. It can be a cardboard box. It doesn't matter as long as it will catch. Now over here is the Seesaw Chamber. The seesaw is actually this white piece of plastic that's in here. It sits on an angle like this, and this is the way you want it to be, not like this. Obviously exaggerated, but you want it this way. And if it's tipped down, there's a little push rod underneath. You push up on the rod, and it'll swing it from here to here. So you want it to be up to begin playing the game. If it's down, when you get a win, it just won't pay out. Okay. All right, so let's get this swung back around. And what I'm going to do first is just launch some balls. And we'll see how we make out here, just trying to actually play the game. So I did get one win when a ball went in a pay pocket. You heard the bells, the balls clank off the bell. There's a momentary lighting of this light back here that signifies a win. Now what I'm going to do, so you can see the progression, is I'm going to open it up and cheat the machine. This really is kind of a tough game to play. Or a tough game to win, I guess, however you want to describe it. But up here, in this top attraction, the blue ones on either side, when the ball drops in, it will send it through a micro switch. And it activates what I call the Jackpot Progression. And what will happen is this tire will split open, and a light will light on the racetrack that's behind it. So let me do that. So it pays out the first time it opens this tulip. The tire is now open, and the first light, number 1, is lit. Now every time a ball goes in here, or in here, it will keep the progression moving. So I'll put another ball in. And the light's gone to number 2. Then it goes to 3. 4, 5, and then the last ball that goes in turns the lights off and closes up the tire. So that's the jackpot progression. And again, it's gotten by going in here to start it, and then either in here or here to keep it going. Bringing it into any of these areas here makes no difference. The one interesting thing about this, we'll get it started again. These trim pieces here are simply what we call a pass-through. The ball just drops straight down through, and it doesn't go inside the machine and give you a payout or anything. But watch what happens to the progression when it does drop through. It stops it. So when you get the progression going, you want to avoid these because they will stop the race, so to speak. And that was the design of the machine, to get the progression going and then try to get around the track before you dropped it in there. And that puts an end to it. So that's a circuit. Hope you like it, and keep watching. Thanks.